all for being here tonight. I have to highlight our Councilwoman Yas Gonzalez, who was with the governor earlier this week talking about some of the initiatives that she's laying out for us to be able to capture what's happening, but doing it in a safe way. Also, we have legislation that is requiring ICE to take away the mask. You know, our law enforcement, I've worked with Director Wilson on many initiatives, gaining trust from the police department. I feel like we've done such a great job, especially at the local level, having community police officers come into the community, establish those trusts, you know, being able to know that if I call someone, that they're going to be able to answer the call to protect and serve. Right now, what we have under ICE is not that. I'm extremely disappointed that there is no process. So we understand that there are some violent people that need to be locked up and go through the due process. But this is a snatch and grab. This is, you know, just violently coming to take people and separate homes. And that's not what we're about, Mayor. We're about making sure families are together. We're about making sure that even if you're going through a temporary status, that we want to make sure that you can complete the process, reunite families together. These are all things that we're working on at the legislature to be able to keep families whole. That's the goal. Nobody wants to separate. And so this, right now, the way that the Trump administration is acting, using ICE as a militarization of law enforcement on our community just isn't right. And so we're speaking up about it. We need you to continue to report things that are happening so that we know that we're not making this up. I know that I didn't get a call from my good friend Guillermo, who told me his friend was going to court. He was going to go through the process for his papers. He was going to interpret. But they kept holding him up. They kept telling him to wait. He was an active business owner here. He has a family, no criminal history, no criminal record. And the ICE came and detained him. For what? There's no cause. And so now he has to go through this legal process. You know, sure, that's stress on the family. This is causing chaos and havoc in our communities. And I just want you to know that I'm not tolerating this. I have been actively working, trying to make sure that we get lawyers in to get people released and make sure that they come home to their families, because unfortunately there has been deaths at Delaney Hall. And we also want to make sure that you can't use our property for any illegal activity. We don't want Trenton to be a place where they can come to say, that's where we want to use them.